Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
State Representative Jewel Jones in court again today. Our cameras are there. We'll tell you why he was brought before the judge again.
Severe threat strengthens for Saturday for us, and could a tropical cyclone be another weather headache for the Tokyo Olympics? We'll take a look.
Okay, Ben, and Detroit's police chief makes a plea for the public's help in getting justice for a young woman shot and killed while riding her bicycle.
But we're going to start with some breaking news from I-696, where there has been another road rage shooting. Sky 4 live above the scene right now near Coolidge and Royal Oak. A tow truck driver told state police that someone apparently wasn't happy with the way he was in the way. The truck's back window was shot out. Thankfully, no one was hit, but it is yet another in a long string that we've seen not just here, but all over the place on road rage cases at the moment. All right, let's move now to the plea for justice in the case of a young woman who was caught in the crossfire of someone else's feud.
Takiyah Allen was killed Wednesday while riding her bike on Detroit's west side. Today, Interim Chief James White stepped forward to talk about the investigation. Priya Mann joins us live, and Priya, the chief is asking for the public's help.
Yeah, that's right, Kim, Devin. You know, the chief is saying that this young woman was killed doing what any young person in Detroit should be able to do, ride their bike in the city without being afraid of being shot and killed. And now police are looking for the 3 or 4 men who were seen inside that getaway vehicle, which is distinctive for its paint job alone.
Tragic, they're all sad, but this one is just one that is so senseless.
18-year-old Takiyah Allen was riding her bike on Pingree between Linwood and 14th Street on Detroit's west side when she was shot and killed.
We know that this beautiful young lady was enjoying the summer on a bicycle, and she was struck and unfortunately killed.
Takiyah died Wednesday just before the dinner hour. Detroit police say she was an innocent victim and not the intended target.
All indications that she was caught in the crossfire of someone who made a horrible decision to use a weapon.
A 20-year-old man sitting in a vehicle was also shot and expected to survive. Police are now looking for a bright red Ford Taurus seen here on security camera. The vehicle has distinctive rims and a unique paint job. We
are looking for 3 to 4 suspects that were seen driving a very distinctive red Ford Taurus. That type of vehicle didn't come with that paint on it.
Takiyah was a cheerleader for the Eastside Cowboys and a nursing student at Oakland University. Police are asking for the public's help identifying the men inside that bright red Ford Taurus.
We've got to all be tired of this violence. We all have to be tired of hearing me tell these stories week in and week out. Enough has to be enough.
Yeah, she had such a bright future ahead, an innocent victim of gun violence. Anyone with information is urged to call Detroit police or Crime Stoppers. Reporting live tonight at DPD headquarters, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Thank you, Priya. And if you want to get a closer look at that red Ford Taurus with that aftermarket paint job on it, we're going to put a picture of it on our website, clickondetroit.com. Priya, we appreciate it.
All right, let's shift our gears now to the weather. Some of the folks in our viewing area have seen some rain again today.
Yeah, really have. And Ben, storms are a possibility for tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right, Kim. Tomorrow is going to be the focus. And in fact, that severe threat is looking stronger today than it did yesterday. The stuff that's out there today, it's been just very light and for the most part widely scattered. There's still some question as to what these cells are going to do. They've been moving very slow and dumping a lot of rain out there east of Grand Rapids. They're traveling right along 96, so we'll keep an eye on that. But really, the big story is going to be tomorrow. The severe risk now has been upgraded to slight. We were in marginal yesterday, so category 2 now for pretty much all of southeast Michigan. This is primarily going to be in the afternoon, but we're looking at 3 separate rounds of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. For the rest of tonight, other than some isolated showers, the only thing you're really going to notice is the humidity going up. We'll talk about that and the changes to the back end of the weekend in a few minutes. Guys?
All right, Ben, we weren't sure we were going to get here, but it is now official. The torch is lit and the Olympic Games are underway, kicking off with the opening ceremonies that you can catch tonight at 7:30 here on NBC. NBC's Liz McLaughlin in Tokyo with the latest. Liz.
United States of America. Team USA together at last. A force to be reckoned with at 613 strong.
Second largest Olympic team in U.S. history.
First Lady Jill Biden was one of the few to witness the opening ceremony in person. as flag bearers Eddie Alvarez and Sue Bird led the U.S. in the Parade of Nations. And tennis star Naomi Osaka lit the Olympic cauldron in her home country. Outside of the stadium, coronavirus concerns still hover over the event. Some Japanese citizens gathering to protest the Olympics as cases continue to rise in Tokyo. But members of the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee say the decision to hold the Games was the right one.
I think the health and safety measures that have been implemented are exceptional, and I'm very confident that we can have a safe and successful Games.
Now U.S. athletes are aiming for gold, showing strong Friday in archery and rowing preliminary events.
Followed by Kara Kohler of the United States.
Kara Kohler advancing in single sculls.
A little surreal, like having to remind myself, wow, I'm at the Olympic Games, finally.
The opportunity may be even sweeter when you've had to wait for it. Liz McLaughlin, Local 4.
And our Olympics coverage continues in a half hour with a special story about the only people who've been there every step of the way for our local Olympians' journeys to Tokyo. We're talking, of course, about their parents. We're going to hear from some of the moms and dads who helped make those Olympic dreams possible. So again, a reminder, you see the opening ceremony tonight at 7:30. I'm eager to watch it again. I watched it once today. Jeopardy comes your way a half hour earlier at 7 o'clock.
To it. All right, State Rep Jewel Jones was back in front of a judge today. The issue, a violation of his bond involving a tether that monitors alcohol intake. Local 4 defender Sean Lay joins us live. And Sean, that tether recently shut off unexpectedly.
It did shut off, however, you have to pay for the tether. Jewel Jones, prosecutors say he was not making the weekly payments for that alcohol tether. It's part of the conditions of his bond, and prosecutors are arguing this is the second time now the state rep has violated those conditions of his bond. Democratic State Rep Jewel Jones escaping jail yet again after violating his bond for a second time. The state rep is charged with drinking and driving and resisting after this scene on the side of I-96 in April. Last month, Jones pled guilty for violating his bond by traveling and not getting the court's permission. Instead of jail, he was given an alcohol tether that would tell the court if Jones was drinking. He has to pay for the tether or it would shut off. He'd be in violation again. Last week, the tether did shut off for non-payment, despite his probation officer reminding him to pay week after week.
In the email, it says that he was sent text messages on July 6th, July 9th, July 13th, and July 14th, informing him that his payment was due and the dates his payment were due to avoid being shut off.
Prosecutors arguing Jones' bond should be revoked this time and he should be held in jail. His attorney argued it's not Jones' fault. He says Jones was out helping flood victims.
There was no way for him to know that the tether was shut off.
But the judge continued Jones' bond yet again.
Plans continued. Any more violations of the tether monitoring system is going to result in jail.
But the judge did warn Jones this is his last chance, the third time here. If he violates again, he will revoke that bond. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4.
Okay, Sean, thanks.
Now to the coronavirus. As the state continues to see an uptick in new cases, state reporting 1,295 new cases over the past 3 days. So that now averages out to about 432 cases a day. We've jumped way above the 7-day average, which has been 231 cases a day. Another 21 Michiganders have died from the virus. 7 of those tallied from a Vital Records review. On the vaccine front, just shy of 63%, 62.9% of the people in the state have received at least one vaccine dose. And a major setback for those who want an investigation into the state of Michigan's policy regarding COVID and nursing homes during the early part of the pandemic. Let's get to Grant Herms live with the reason we will not be seeing an investigation at the federal level. Grant?
Well, Devin, this is the second time that a law enforcement body has declined to investigate the state's nursing home policies when it comes to COVID-19. It's also a blow for Republicans who are leaning on the Department of Justice review of state policies to fuel inquiries of their own.
In a new letter, the U.S. Department of Justice telling Governor Gretchen Whitmer it would not be opening a civil rights investigation into the state's COVID nursing home policies. We have reviewed the information you provided, along with additional information available to the department, the DOJ says. Based on that review, we have decided not to open a CRIPA investigation of any public nursing facility within Michigan. The letter comes after the DOJ began looking into Michigan's COVID policies in nursing homes 11 months ago under the Trump administration. The governor then accusing the DOJ of playing politics amid accusations the state's policies led to unnecessary deaths in nursing homes. It also comes as the state's Auditor General's office is reviewing nursing home COVID data, and several hearings have already been held by state Republican lawmakers that have oftentimes been heated. Local 4 did reach out to the Republican Party and the chair of the House Oversight Committee, but did not get a comment back. In a statement, the governor's office calling Republican questions deeply disturbing, accusing them of politicizing the pandemic, adding, with both the United States Department of Justice and Michigan Attorney General rejecting these baseless attacks, it's time to end the political games and work together to get things done for Michiganders.
Now, the DOJ did leave the door open for an investigation into the state's COVID policies. They said they'd have to reopen the review following the right processes, but for now, there will not be an investigation. Devin, Kimberly, back to you.
Big news. All right, Grant.
Still ahead, the major local freeway that's closing in both directions tomorrow for repairs from the recent flooding.
Also, if your business was destroyed during last month's flooding, you could get some money thanks to the president's disaster declaration. More on that just ahead.
Plus, some states are seeing COVID outbreaks at summer camps, why health experts say this could be an alarming sign of what's to come when the new school year opens.